Hey, this is Scotty with Mandy the Menace, doing number 18 of the Heartfelt series, Bullying and Harassment. Well, I could say this cat is bullying and harassing me. Trying to do a video about bullying and harassing. Ironic, I know. A sermon. Bullying wounds deeply, whether at school, at work, online. It violates. God commands us to love. Proverbs 31:8 says, "Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves." The church must be a safe place. Each of us must stand against bullying, speak the truth, and model kindness. Okay. In early school grades, because of being dyslexic, because of being slow, because of being fat, because of not maybe being the smartest tool in the shed, or perceived that way at least, I was bullied. I was called fatso. I was called Cinderella because of my golden locks. I was called a Yankee in Matagorda in Palacios, Texas, because I wasn't from around here. I was called a Yankee or a damn Yankee. Their definition, in case you're curious, is anything north of Oklahoma was considered a Yankee, and they were mighty suspicious of Okies. Now, an Oklahomian, unless they really are from Okie, from Muskogee, sometimes take offense in being called an Okie. Okay? But remember, these are people from Palacios, Texas that live on the Gulf Coast of the Gulf of Mexico in Texas. A lot of them had ever been out of the county. A lot of them hadn't even been out of the town. Where I had lived in Wyoming and moved there at 6. So I was a little weird. I was bullied for running too slow, for reading funny, for being overweight. I was the butt of the joke at school. But not even at home. I was picked on for my weight. I hurt my self-esteem a lot. Really, really did. And I prayed for help. And I prayed for help for dealing with it. And it eventually went away. My mom's bullying me about my weight lasted longer than any of the rest of it. Found out if you stand up and say no more, it helps. Or ask the bully why they're bullying you. That kind of turns it on its head sometimes. And online, I try very, very hard not to bully anybody. And I don't like it when other people bully other people. That's against God's frame of thought, shall we say. Could picking on people send you to hell? Maybe. Be much better to be their friends, or at least ignore them altogether. But don't put people down. Do not harass them. In the South, when I was a kid, even somewhat still today, there are black neighborhoods, there are white neighborhoods, there's mixed neighborhoods, and there are Hispanic neighborhoods. My mom considered the black area of town not so good an area of town. She was so in her Southern prejudice in 1960. She's since changed that. A lot of whites in the South think they're better than everybody else. Having met some blacks and gone to school with some blacks, my daughter going to school with some blacks, some of them think they're better than everybody else too. The Asians in Houston possibly think they're the smartest, mostly because their families focus on that and they try harder. Bullying, maybe. Self-important, maybe. Superiority, possibly. Being a minister's daughter, I was teased for that, or sometimes respected for that. They expected me to be one of two ways. The wild child, drinking and smoking and doping and marijuana and sexual promiscuity, or Bible thumping, evangelical, born again Christian that thinks everybody else is going to hell and tells everybody about it. Well, I'm neither and I'm both. I'm definitely a wild child, always have been. I rebelled by keeping my artistic talent and pushing it and playing with it and not putting it away when I was 12, like I was told to do. That was a rebellion. I was bullied for it a little bit. To this day, I'm still fighting my dyslexia. Harassment, oh God, yes. Bullied for it, oh heaven help me, yes. Being a born-again Christian, definitely. My Wiccan friends and my atheist friends think I'm absolutely nuts. And then when I present my form of Christianity, which is walk with God and not harass everybody else, I think I'm very weird. The Catholics say you have to do it one way. The fundamentalists, Congregationalists have a whole bunch of things you should hate or not do, or hate people for doing things. This isn't really good either. My grandmother had this problem, and we both decided not to do alcohol. She had alcoholism in her family, and it was a major concern to her, and I no argument with that. But her church said, do not even touch it. We're here in the Episcopal Church, we drink alcohol. Every Sunday, every communion, we have alcohol. And sometimes the Baptist and sometimes the Catholic would bully me because I wasn't either one. I was just this weird Episcopalian. Ugh. Catholic would start talking about their baptism parents, their godparents. Well, Episcopal Church has godparents. I knew what they were talking about. Maybe not to the same extent, but I could translate that to the Baptists who had no idea what godparents were. So because the Episcopal Church is somewhere in between, and our high, illustrious founder of our church was Henry VIII, who wanted a divorce. And his first act was to allow people to own English-speaking Bibles that were somewhat illegal before that, and to translate the Latin prayer book into English. Ooh, radical. They were not extremely scholarly, and the translations were not necessarily up to modern par, but at least they were somewhat in English. And all of a sudden, Englishmen could read the Bible. That's where you get a lot of your weird Englishmen, that the Protestants that came to, pilgrims that came to the United States back in the day. It's part of our United States folklore, was the freedom of religion. Well, free to follow their religion as they saw fit. Other colonies followed their religion as they saw fit. Freedom of religion, not quite yet. But Englishmen started thinking for themselves. What do I believe? And when England conquered the world, the sunset never, not on the British Empire. 1800s, Queen Victoria, God Save the Queen. Every place in the world the British Empire was left an Anglican church. In America, it was the Episcopal Church. In South America, it was the South American English Church. In Scotland, it was the Anglican Church of Scotland. In India, it was the Anglican Church of India. Canada has its own branch. So on and so forth, etc. So we're a little weird, maybe not a big majority. And things got really weird when we started having the conversation of, do we elect gay bishops? Can we allow gay marriage or same-sex marriage? Can we allow the Bishop of Canterbury to be gay? And on Facebook and some of my other videos, we talk about this. Squabble, 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 squabble. Some of the American churches had chosen gay bishops and gay ministers, and that 30% of the population that is different. Fill in the alphabet soup to your own heart's content. I'm not going to go through them. You know them. And the African churches did not want it. They were dead set against it. And they argued, and they argued, and they argued. It went public. It went around the world. And finally, Queen Elizabeth put her royal foot down and said, enough is enough. Figure out how to handle the problem and deal with it. They decided to let each and every diocese, each and every church itself. If the Africans did not want gay marriage or gay ministers, they did not have to have it. If they would allow it, that's fine. If they wanted... Come here, butt. There's a kitty cat again. If they wanted to have it, they could. And that was the majority decision, was to let it go down to the diocese level. So when I say there are Anglicans that are in that 30%, bullied and harassed by much other different religions, maybe the Catholics are somewhat tolerant of it, maybe they're not, I'm not sure. We said, if the local community wants you to be their minister, or the local diocese wants a gay, lesbian, or etc., that other 30% of the population, that's the diocese's choice. Freedom of choice. And that settles the problem. And the Episcopal Church says all are welcomed, including cat lovers, dog lovers, crazy wild hippies. Oh yeah, we've had a few of those. Having rock and roll and band music and projectors up on the wall and singing praise to the Lord with a rock beat. In some Episcopal churches, that's there. If you are a traditionalist and want to have the these, the thous, and the Lord, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, or you want just plain modern English or whatever language your country has, it's up to the local diocese or country to write their books that way. In America, in the Diocese of Texas, we have Rite 1, which is our Father who art in heaven. Rite 2, which is more plain English, Father in heaven, or what I like to call Rite 3.5 or 4.5, the God of interstellar space that created the heavens and the universe. That's kind of like Star Trek, doesn't it sound a bit like that? Or Star Wars, maybe? And now I'm being bullied by a cat by biting me. Stop that. You know better. Fine. Go away. Being bullied by my cat. Got bit. Ow. Stand up to a bully. If they fight you, hit them back hard. If they know karate, go and take karate lessons and chop them up. Harder than all of that is to confront the bully and forgive them and ask them not to bully you anymore. That's actually worked twice for me. If the environment is too toxic, leave. Get a different job, go to a different school, do something else. Ask them to tell them to quit bullying you, that it's not tolerated, and you're going to call them out every time they do, and report them every time they do. Do it safely. If your life is in danger, get out of the situation. Don't wait, just go. Pack your suitcase or walk away. Whatever is required. Many a 6-year-old's tear, many a 12-year-old's tear, many a junior high school person's tear. Tears when I was 20-something and stood up to my mama and my brother. It took me that long to realize you have to stand up to these people or leave. Or if they continue, tell them, you're not allowed to do this anymore. Stop. You're shaming me, and I don't appreciate it. If somebody says something is your fault and it isn't, they're bullying you. Leave. When you go on a date with a new guy, tell him you will not put up with bullying, hitting, name-calling, or put-downs. The ones that are going to do that to you, that's it. They're gone. They'll leave you alone. Set up the rules on the first date. Are we doing casual dating? Are we going steady? Oh, this is what I will tolerate. This is what I will not put up with. And then stick to that. If they don't show up for a date, that's the end of them. Walk out if you have to. Find a woman's shelter or a men's shelter if you need it. Get out of the situation. Define the problem. What is the question? And then brainstorm on ways of solving the problem or problems. And then pick one or two or three. And then start walking with God's love, with God's protection. Start dealing with it. And sometimes it's really, really hard. Try to forgive. Do not tolerate it being done to you again, or at least point it out every time that they do, minimally. Try not to get stuck with somebody who does this to you. This will lead to physical abuse, mental abuse, etc., etc., etc. Walk away if you have to. Speak up. Yell to the mountaintops. Report people that are bullying you. Yeah, you might get fired. Might lose your friends, but better to be safe with God. And if somebody is doing that in the church, report it to the minister. Report it to the governing body. In the Episcopal church, it's called the warden. In other churches, it's called the elders. That group of people. If the minister's doing this to you, report it to them. If they are doing it to you, report it to the minister. If all of them are asses, report it to the bloody head of the church. In the Episcopal church and in the Catholic church, it's the bishop. Whatever authority figure of your church is, report it. If you're in a congregational church that has no upper authority, just leave. Go somewhere else. Do something else. But don't continue to let them bully you. You are so precious. And if it continues, if you stay, bring it to everybody's attention. Stand up and start telling everybody that the minister is harassing you, or the vestry is harassing you, or Joe Blow is trying to get up your ass. Whatever it is, don't stay silent. If you have been abused as a child, report it to the bishop, to the bishop's boss, to the congregation of members of the hierarchy of your church, whatever it is, report it. And the worst case scenario is report it to the police and walk away from that church. Go somewhere else. Come to the Episcopal church. We'd love to have you. And I promise you, Episcopalians will not post on Facebook like this one idiot did. The minister marrying two gay guys. They're going to hell, and the minister's going to hell. No, probably the person that posted that is going to hell. Harassment, bullying. I got bullied on Facebook because somebody put down my religion, which is Episcopal, Christian. We're supposed to love everybody, and they're posting hate. That's what I found offensive. I have videos on my YouTube channel about it. About 3 of them. I was really, really mad. Oh. I've gotten on a soapbox. May you know your worth. Stand tall in God's truth. Stand up. Tell people if they're shaming you to stop. That's not allowed. If they continue every time they bring it up, you say no more. Embarrass them if you have to, but tell them it's not allowed. If you've done something stupid and you've hurt somebody, apologize. If somebody's done something stupid to you, forgive them and move on. Don't hold on to the hate. Hate, harassment, bullying, they all kind of go together. You learn to hate the people that are doing this crap to you. Better to get away, stand up to them, or leave. Rat them out to a higher authority, to the group that is responsible for that particular organization. If a friend keeps doing this, stop. Block them on Facebook. Block them on your phone. Never go to their house again. If there's a party that they will be there and they start doing it, you stand up in front of everybody and say, no, you're not allowed to do that. You're insulting me, and I will not tolerate it. I'm calling you an insulter. That joke was not funny. You insulted me. You harassed me. You say it publicly and loudly, courteously. And basically say, you're not allowed to shame me. You're not allowed to hurt me. You're not allowed to punch me, mentally, physically, or emotionally. And if this person continues, discard them from the group, or discard yourself from the group. Find somewhere else. Find your community. If you're a little odd, try the Episcopal Church. All are welcome. We don't tolerate bullies, so bullies need not apply. All right, I've gotten long-winded on this particular topic that's kind of near and dear to my heart, because I was bullied. I did stand up to people and tell them no more, but it took me 20 plus years to do it. I discovered by accident, first love, I guess, that he left me for somebody else. And there was warning signs in there. Define your relationship at the beginning, and do not tell them up front you will not accept harassing jokes, put downs, physical harm, one hit, one bad joke, continuous put downs. Not allowed. Goodbye. If you're in the situation, come up with an exit strategy. If that group you are with, church or otherwise, is so toxic, leave. Stand up to them and tell them that they are being toxic. and then leave. Or change the church or organization. If going to your grandmother's house on Thanksgiving means that the whole family is putting you bloody well down, calling you names and shaming you, point it out. Tell them they're not allowed to do that. Every time anybody opens their damn mouth, you tell them to stop. That's not allowed. Not in my presence. If they continue, don't go back. Don't take your children over there until they stop. That's one thing you have control over. God bless you. God keep you. God loves you with all their heart. Define the problem, ask the question, and brainstorm about the ideas, and then choose one and start it. Me was 20 years old and telling my mom and my brother, no more, not allowed. And every time they brought it up again, you're not allowed to do that in my presence. My brother took once. My mom was a work in progress. God bless you. God keep you. Stand up for yourself. When somebody's doing something stupid, point it out to them politely. If you have to forgive an idiot, forgive them. If you cannot tolerate to be around them after you forgive them, let them go. If you have accidentally pissed somebody off and you are the stupid idiot, well, stop being a stupid idiot. Stop putting people down. Stop bullying people. Stop it. Find out why you were doing it. Was it some childhood trauma? Did your parents do this to you? Think. Analyze. And if you're bullying because somebody bullied you, stand up to the bully and tell them no more. Or just cut that person out of your life if it's really that bad. Find somebody new. If you're dating, tell them up front what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate. This is Scotty and Mandy saying God loves you, God bless you. This is Scotty saying bye.